What's good, fam? Today we're breaking down the life of one of the greatest hitters to ever touch a baseball bat, Albert the Machine Pujols. From a kid growing up in the Dominican Republic with a dream bigger than his surroundings, to a young immigrant trying to find his place in America, to becoming one of the most destructive hitters in MLB history, to now living a new chapter as a mentor, legend, and inspiration, Pujols' story ain't just baseball. It's raw, hunger, grind, sacrifice, and greatness. So buckle up, grab your snacks, and let's dive into Albert Pujols. Then and now, the story of a man who turned nothing into everything. Albert Pujols grew up in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, where baseball wasn't just a sport, it was life. He spent his childhood hitting bottle caps with sticks, playing ball until the sun went down, and dreaming of something bigger than the world he knew. Life wasn't easy. Money was tight, the streets were rough, and opportunities were limited. But even as a kid, people could see it the way he swung a bat, the way he carried himself, the way he talked about the future. He wasn't dreaming small, he was dreaming major league. At 16, Albert's life changed in a way he couldn't predict. His family moved to the United States, settling in Missouri. New country, new language, new culture, and he had to figure out who he was all over again. Everything felt different. But one thing didn't change: baseball. In high school, Pujols stood out instantly. He hit so hard and so far that coaches, scouts, and even opposing parents thought his birth certificate had to be lying. Nobody believed a teenager could be that strong, that calm, and that talented. But he wasn't a kid pretending he was a superstar in the making. But here's the wild part. When the 1,999 MLB draft came around, teams slept on him hard. Rumors, doubt, confusion. Nobody knew what to make of Pujols. He got picked in the 13th round by the St. Louis Cardinals. 13th round. One of the biggest draft mistakes in MLB history. But Pujols didn't get mad. He didn't take it personal. He took it as motivation. He stepped into the minor leagues with a chip on his shoulder and a fire in his chest. And from the very first game, it was obvious this dude wasn't supposed to be in the minors for long. In 2001, Albert Pujols made the Cardinals' opening day roster, and the league had no idea what was coming. He didn't just play well, he dominated. Rookie of the Year, MVP conversations, national attention, pitchers terrified. His combination of power, patience, and pure swing mechanics made him look like some kind of baseball robot programmed to destroy baseballs. And just like that, the world got introduced to the machine. The next 10 years, straight dominant. Pitchers tried everything: fastballs inside, sliders away, curveballs in the dirt, none of it mattered. If you made a mistake, Pujols sent that ball to orbit. He became the face of consistency, the standard of hitting. In the 2000s, no one, absolutely no one, hit like him. Batting averages high, home runs stacked, RBI totals crazy. You didn't want to face him. Even rival fans would get quiet when he stepped up, because deep down, they knew what was about to happen. Pujols wasn't just great, he was inevitable. In 2006, the Cardinals made a run nobody predicted. Injuries, struggles, doubt that team wasn't supposed to win anything. But Pujols was the anchor, the force that kept them alive. His leadership, his presence, his bat, everything pushed the team forward. And when they won the World Series, Pujols cemented himself not just as a great hitter, but as a champion. That ring was proof of what he already knew. He was built for greatness. Then came 2011, one of the most unforgettable postseasons in MLB history. The Cardinals went on an insane run, full of comebacks and clutch moments. And Pujols wasn't just part of it, he was the engine. In the World Series against Texas, he dropped a 3-homer game that left fans speechless. It was one of the coldest performances ever on a baseball field. After that series, Pujols was officially a 2-time World Series champion and one of the most decorated players ever. After the 2011 season, Pujols signed a massive deal with the Los Angeles Angels, a move that shocked the baseball world. Fans felt everything: excitement, confusion, heartbreak, celebration. But for Pujols, It was a new chapter, a fresh challenge, a different coast. Injuries came, age caught up, the numbers slowed down. But here's the thing, his leadership didn't, his presence didn't, his impact didn't. Young players grew under him, fans still respected him, and even though his body wasn't doing what it used to, his heart was still all in. Every game, every swing. In 2022, Albert Pujols came home back to St. Louis, back to where it all began. Fans cried, stadiums erupted, the city felt whole again. But nobody expected what came next. At 42 years old, Pujols went on a heater like he was 25 again. He passed 700 career home runs, joining one of the most elite clubs in baseball history. Every night felt like a celebration. Every swing felt like history. And that final season became one of the most emotional storybook endings baseball has ever seen. The numbers say one thing: over 3,000 hits, over 700 home runs, multiple MVPs, championships, awards, gold gloves, but numbers barely scratch the surface. Pujols changed what it meant to be consistent. He changed what it meant to be feared. He showed the world what dedication looks like. And through it all, no scandals, no drama, no ego. Just respect, work ethic, and class. His legacy isn't just what he did on the field, it's how he carried himself while doing it. Beyond baseball, Albert Pujols is a father before anything. His commitment to his children, especially his daughter Isabella, who has Down syndrome, shaped much of his life. His charitable work, his foundation, his entire off-field identity was built around love and responsibility. He never forgot where he came from, and he never let fame take him away from who he truly was. For Pujols, family isn't a chapter, it's the core of his story. Even now, long after he retired, Albert Pujols remains larger than life. You can feel his presence at ballparks, on TV, in conversation, in highlight reels that will live forever. Kids who never even saw him in his prime watch clips and go, "Damn, this dude was different." And they're right, Pujols was built different. Even in retirement, the machine still inspires, still motivates, still represents everything baseball should be: passion, power, consistency, and heart. And that right there is the story of Albert Pujols, the immigrant kid who became a king, the hitter who terrified pitchers for 2 decades, the legend who left the game better than he found it. Whether you're in the US, UK, Australia, or anywhere watching this, understand one thing: greatness like Pujols doesn't show up often. This man didn't just play the game, he mastered it. Thanks for watching, fam. Drop a comment with your favorite Pujols moment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.